Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. We had a mock attempt session recently, and some of you requested to have another mock attempt. So, I'm going to host another live mock attempt in this session, and it is going to be of your choice. And like tomorrow is the examination. So there are two slots. One is 2 to 3 p.m. and 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. So which please let me know in the comments which slot you have for the examination. I will be having an examination from 2 to 3 p.m. So the analysis will come after 3 p.m. So around 3:10, 3:15 you will have the analysis. So the ones who are going to appear in the second slot could have a look at it, and we will be discussing the questions in the evening. Okay, so some guidelines about tomorrow's examination is one very important thing which you need to do is color printout of admit card. Okay, in other examinations, they allow. I mean, I have not read the instruction, but I remember that SNAP is the examination which always asks that you need to get the color printout. Okay, so ensure that you take the color printout of the admit card. Reach on time. So if your examination is at 2, so reach by 1, and if your examination is at 4:30, reach by 3:30. Try to reach that the center on time. Okay, and so today we are going to attempt one more mock, and like you can choose that mock uh, which I'll attempt, and you can see that how to go about solving a mock test. Understand the process how to attempt mock test. Okay, so it is about like picking the questions. So snap you will have, like, let's say for any section there will be some difficult questions. There will be 4 5 difficult questions in every section. So quant में भी ऐसा होगा कि there will be difficult questions. So try to avoid those questions and pick the easy ones. Okay, so that will be the case. That will happen here, right? So we will do analysis on our Instagram tomorrow. Okay, so do follow us on Instagram, and we will be doing the live analysis there. Okay, so like this is our mock test which I'm going to attempt. So tell me which mock to attempt. Comment the mock number, which one I should attempt. That day I attempted mock number 9. Okay, so the number which gets the most votes, I will attempt that mock in this class. So please comment. The one which gets the highest number of comments, I will attempt that. Okay, and there should be unique number of comments on that. Okay, so comment only once, do not comment multiple times. 20 I will not attempt. 20 I had uploaded recently, so I probably would know many of the questions of that. And yeah, an interesting thing that like I got to know from the sales team that they have run a campaign that during this live mock attempt, the snap mocks are available for 800. So if you are yet to purchase those mock tests, you can do that. Okay, during this live mock attempt. So I would request the team to share the link also. So like the price is 1,000. We have slashed this during this live mock attempt. So that will be available for 800 during this attempt. Okay, so a lot of you have commented 15. I think that is only one person has commented 15 multiple times. So that I won't take. 7 is the one that I am getting the most number of comments about. Okay, so 7 number. So let's take 7. Okay, let's see Thala for a reason. Okay, so let's start mock test number 7. Okay, so you can also simultaneously attempt the test and see that how much you score in this thing. Okay, so let's start this session. Okay, so don't worry about what is happening in the mocks. I will discuss a strategy session that how to go about attempting the test in the actual examination also, and that is that should be your strategy. Uh, like I'll give you the brief strategy which I'll follow in this session also. Like 5 6 minutes में आपको VA करना है or English you need to finish in that, and be ready for any surprise elements, because this time they have mentioned RC. So maybe if they give RC, so you need to be like, I don't think they will give, but if you get something off topic, so ensure that you are prepared for those things. So 5 6 minutes to English, then give equal time, like I would say 20 20 to quant and LR. Give both these sections 20 20 minutes, because sometimes what happens is, last year what happened, that like in one of the slots, slot 2 quant was easy. Okay, in 2023 slot 2 quant was easy. Okay, so अब क्या होगा कि आप सोच के चले गए कि LR easy होता है, you skip the quant part and you kept less time for quant, so maybe you would have difficulty in like scoring in this section, in this paper, right? So always ensure that you give 20 20 minutes, and that will give you an idea कि which is easy. जो easy होगा, that try to maximize that attempt in the last few minutes. Okay, so we will go by that thing. So please remind me of the timer, and I'll keep the track of it, like unlike last time where I completed the quant section completely. So let's begin. So please like the video. Once we hit a good number of likes, then we shall begin this session. So please do like the video, and then we will uh, begin this live attempt. Okay, so just make it at least the number of viewers. So you have 100 plus viewers. So please make it 100 likes. Then we will start this attempt. So we are going to go with mock number 7, as most of you commented here. So yeah, we will have 6 slots this time. So three on like 3 days and 2 slots on each day. So total 6 slots. So let's see that how it turns out to be. There is no normalization, unfortunately. All right, so let's start with it. And if you can try to solve simultaneously, please do solve this. And as I said that we are running a sales campaign during this. So during this live attempt, you can get the mocks for 800. Okay, so let's begin this mock test. Okay, so we'll start with the verbal section. I'll ensure that by 56, 54, I'll be switching to the next section. It is clearly demonstrated the dash in the public health system, including poor quality of care. This a patient who chose to go to private sector did so for a dash quality of healthcare. It should be superior quality. Okay, with quality, superior will fit. It clearly demonstrated the order in the public health system. Okay, so that should be the one. Let's see the next one. Rhyming scheme of the below poem. Okay, so this is off topic, but yes, we have included some off topic questions also in some of the mocks. What is rhyming scheme is, like, it is wood. Wood is going with stood. So first, like first line we have wood. Okay, so wood means, like, if you get a new word, so just taking this example, that would, we will take assign A. Now could both is different, right? So both we will assign B. Now stood is going with wood. Okay, so because it is wood and the similar sounding word is stood, so we will take A here. Then could is again A because it is sounding with wood. And undergrowth will be B because it is sounding with both. So if they have same sound, like suppose कोई third word आ जाएगा, so that will be sounded C. If like same word is sounding, let us say it is like and strike, just taking an example. So both will have the same sound, and we keep on adding those sounds. So we have till here A B A A B. So A B A A B is the right answer. So included some of the questions which are off topic in different mocks. Okay, just for variation. The constellation Aquarius was associated with the rainy system by a large, so it is number of ancient civilizations. Amount is not a correct word. People join society clubs to meet new people from different social groups, but if the wall dash the new members and the existing members is impermeable, chances are dash uh, wall between the new members. Wall is between two things. Okay, so that will be the answer. Opposite of esoteric. Esoteric would be lucid, I guess. Rearrange in appropriate sequence. Now, if you look at lastly would usually come at the end. So I will check these two options, B, C, D, and C, B, D, A. When you are speaking, do not forget to read the listener's face to what they are thinking. Ask yourself if you are saying is this too much for him to her to grasp. So I think B, C will make the starting two sentences. Uh, if that is the case, ask yourself, is too much for a person, then that is talking about the case. Try to involve him or her in conversation, this, and lastly will appropriately fit at the last sentence, so it will be B, C, D, A. It was a formal dinner party, so everyone was dressed up to the nines. So there is a idiom which says dressed up to the nines, or nines. I guess it is nines, or like now idioms one must know. Okay, so that means that you are dressed appropriately for that occasion. Okay, which of the following words is spelled incorrectly? Labyrinth is right. Declension, quintessence is correct. I think it does not have O here. Nium. I do not know the spelling of this word correctly, but option D, I get it is Monium. Okay, so not sure of, like just mark it. Trickle, gush, then something less and something more. Run, walk is opposite. Rise, collapse. So sip, gulp could be the one. What is the meaning of the prefix infra? Uh, infra, I think, means infrastructure. Infra means it is used in infrastructure. Infrared, infra, I think, means below, because infrared, inferior word is also derived from it. So could be possibly one. We'll take one more minute to finish the remaining questions. I hate Udit for what he put me through. Put through means to make someone go through some difficult scenario. Which of the following sentences uses a modal verb of permission? Guest may stay here. Harsh would like to see her. They must attend the meeting. Could you help me with this assignment, please? Okay, so that could be a permission. Which part of sentence has an error? The child was sleeping sound and the mother looked at her lovingly. I think no error. And the last two questions. Most cars today have dash systems to safely carry passengers to their destinations, and the only condition being that the driver, norms and limits set by the manufacturer. Advanced and breach could be the ones. Robust and follow, because the condition is that the drivers should follow the norms. Deliberate exaggeration is hyperbole. Okay, so we have done this on time. Now let us do. Let's take analytical and logical reasoning this time. Okay, and I'll give 20 minutes to it. When we have 35 minutes left, I'll switch on to the quant section. Okay, so app, apply red moon cold cream for glowing skin and advertisement. So assumptions are people like to use cream for glowing skin. Yes, that is a valid assumption. People are easily fooled. That is wrong. People respond to advertisements. So assumptions 1 and 3 will be true, right? Because people like if you are advertising, if people do not respond to advertisements, you will not be advertising things. Okay, so this is 3 3 8 7 18 15 33 27. Looks to be a double series. So 3 3 8 7 18 and 15 33 and 27. Okay, so this is increase of 5 10 15, and this looks 4 8 12. 4 8 12. So the next term is going to be addition of 20, that is going to be 53. If Friday was the first day of a leap year, what would be the last day of the year? So Friday is the first day. Leap year has 366 days. So Friday will end in Saturday. Okay, because last year, like leap year has 366 days. So day one is like Friday. Day 366 will mean that 52, like we will add one to the existing day, right? 52 into 7 plus 1. So it will be Saturday. Find the odd one out. Okay, so which one is odd one out? Let's see the images. Mm, So I will not spend time to it because it is something that you'll have to look at. So we'll come back to it later. By 2035, India will emerge as one of the top three global markets for pharma products. Which of the following statement weakens this possibility for India? So something that is against the increase of India's growth. The increasing population of India allows for all kinds of products. So irrelevant, out of scope. With the rise of per capita income, the spending on drugs and pharmaceuticals will triple in the next decade. Now, this is supporting the argument. We have to tell which is against the argument. The Indian consumer currently spends very little on drugs, pharmaceuticals, and outsource traditional methods and remedies for treatment. Okay, it is not something that which is weakening the argument. India will have the largest number of diabetic, high blood pressure, and hepatitis patients in the future. That will increase. So I think C would be the one because currently they are spending less, okay, and they are opting for traditional methods. So that means, I mean, some assumption also will have to make because other statements, these first and fourth are going to strengthen the argument. So this looks to be the only one. Okay, so a clock that moves continuously fast lags 5 minutes on Sunday at 8 a.m. and it's ahead 7 minutes on Tuesday at 8 a.m. When did the clock show the right time? Okay, so let's do this question. This is a typical clock based question. So it is minus 5 minutes on Sunday at 8 a.m. and plus 7 minutes on Tuesday at 8 a.m. Right? So in 12, there is a difference of 12. In how much time? Sunday to Tuesday, 8 a.m. and 8 a.m. So 48 hours. Right? 48 hours, 12-minute gap. So we need to make a 5-minute gap. So 5-minute gap will happen in 20 hours. So Sunday 8 a.m. plus 20. 8 plus 20 is 28. That means 4 a.m. on Monday. So Monday 4 a.m. will be the answer. Now this is a series 211 D. So 2 4 12. 2 4 12. We need to think of the number. Multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3. It should be multiplied by 4. So number is 48 and letter is YDH. YDH. Y is 25. D means plus 5. Okay. And this is plus 4. Could be plus 3. Okay. Just taking a guess. So HIJK. So 20, 48K. 11, 13, 17. 11, 13, 17. Increase of 2, 4. Could be increase of 6, 23. So 48K, 23. So 48 is correct. K is correct. So 23, I think would be the right one. Should CBSE continue with the new grading system, which is based upon the teacher's informal evaluation of pupils rather than pupil examination? So, should they continue that thing? So, first says informal evaluation reduces the pressure felt by students. Continue with the new grading system, which is based on informal evaluation. Looks fine. Know the pressure of examination prepares pupils for the pressures they will face in life. 2 looks to be a better one because the purpose of examinations is this, like people learn how to face pressures in life. Exams improve a student's manners and etiquettes. Third is out of scope. So only 2 is not given. So could be 1 and 2. 2 is definitely there. Informal evaluation. See the reason they have given. Yes, informal evaluation reduces the pressure felt by students. Pressure of examination prepares pupils. Third is definitely not true. So it could be 1 and 2 true. Okay, so there are 4 boxes, and I think this is from the NMAT question. So we must have used it from that NMAT official mock. So 2 questions from this. Let's skip that. We will come to it later. Remember, we have to do quant also. So by 35 minutes, I'll finish some of the questions and then come back to it. Certain candles are placed sequentially. Okay, so this is an order ranking question. On Tripti's birthday cake, the candle which is fifth position from the red candle is actually the eighth position from left hand. So eighth is the candle which is fifth position from the red candle. So red could be 3, or another possibility is red is 13. Okay. Then the red candle has an odd number of candles on its right and a candle less on its left. So it has odd number of candles this side and that odd number minus 1 on its left. So on left here we are getting 2. So odd number we are getting 3, but we are getting 8 candles here. So this is not possible. So here we will have 12 candles on its left and 13 candles on the right. So there will be a total of 13 plus 13, 26 candles. Okay, 26 candles will be there, 13 to the right. So if Tripti's age is equal to the number of candles on the cake, so it is 26. Okay, so we need to find the missing number 11,36,160. It has to be some multiplication, and 9 plus 4 plus 5, uh, 11,36 is 20 and it is getting 160. So multiplied by 8, and then we have 945, that is 18, multiplied by 5 gives us 90. Which number are we multiplying with? So this is 144. So it could be 3 also, 5 also. If you put 1, that will become 14. Not possible. So 1 is not possible. If we put 3, 12, 3, 1, that is 16, into 9 is possible. If we put 5, that is equal to 18, into 8 is also possible. 12, 11, 1, that is 24, into 6 is also possible. So we need to see कि किससे multiply कर रहा है. This was into 8 into 5. So unable to figure out the logic. We'll just skip it for now. Deep Joshi, the CEO of VJ Information Technology, argues that they should hire more fresh graduates for the year 2024, such that their workforce consists of 80% freshers and 20% experts. He also said their current workforce would be reviewed to see who would be moved to the expert category. So he wants to hire more freshers. Okay, the argument assumes that companies facing a recession, therefore they need to reduce expenditure through salary cuts. Companies getting more projects and the current workforce is insufficient. Okay, companies planning to fire inefficient employees, firing is not cannot be assumed. Fresh graduates with the guide of experts can't complete a major part of the work and will be more profitable. So that is what the assumption is, because they are more of freshers and the current force would be reviewed, so they, who could be moved to the expert category. So possibly that they may go for like this thing. Okay, make it more profitable. 10 December 2023 is a Sunday, 1st January 2026. Okay, so let's calculate this. 10 December 2023 was a Sunday. So 10 December 24 is going to be a Tuesday. Okay, actually it is going to be Tuesday only, because today is Saturday, 3 days later it is going to be Tuesday. So because 2024 is a leap year. Okay, so there will be 2 days added from Sunday, Tuesday. On 25 it will be Wednesday. Okay, 10 December 25. Okay, then we have 17, 24, 31. 31 December will also be Wednesday. So 1st Jan 26 is going to be a Thursday. So it is going to be Thursday. None of these has the answer. Okay, remember, like I told you before also, there will be some questions that will have none of these as the answer. Okay, so make sure that don't get demotivated ki arey none of these answer again. Deliberately we have put such questions in our mocks also, because in the actual examination there will be none of these answers. ये आपको हर कोई नहीं बताएगा. Okay, only those who appear on the examination will have this idea. How will watch be coded in a certain language? So we need to find that. Can we find the code? So parallel is coded like this. So p plus 1, q, e minus 1, r plus 1, I plus 1, l plus 1. Okay, so for, yeah, so for every letter they have added 1. So from 1 we can tell. Foster's is coded as this. So from second also we can tell. So either statement is sufficient to answer the question. Chronicle, as many letters between them as in the English alphabet. Chronicles. C D E F G H I J K L I J K L M N O P R S T U V. R के बाद कोई है नहीं. N O P Q R S. So N S is one pair. I J K L M C D E. So C E is another pair. Okay, C D E. Okay, F L M N E. So forward we have two pairs, and going backward S T U V. So we will not have from S E F G H I J K L M, no pair. L M N O P Q, so no pair. Okay, C D E F G H. So E H is one pair. So basically H E. Now there is one option which says 3, so I will pick 3 as the option. Okay. However, because there is, it's saying none. None of these is not there. It says none. None means 0. But we will still look at it. So EH we are done, and L M N O P Q R S, no pair. C D E D E F G H. Sorry, it was C H. C to H. That is H C from reverse. Then I J K L M N. Then we have N O. So N O is another pair. N S is one pair. O P Q R S. C E is another pair. C H is another pair. D E F G H. And O N N O is another pair. So there are 4 pairs that are coming. So we'll choose none of these as the answer. Okay. The galaxy that was accidentally discovered by this is estimated to be size of Milky Way galaxy. It is estimated at 8 billion years old. They are discovered accidentally. I feel that this has been a repeated question. वाले मॉक में भी यही क्वेश्चन था क्या? Can be categorized as fossils. So conclusion 2 follows. Okay, this looks to be some repeated question. So thanks attempting this test. Gave us an idea कि कहीं कहीं पे कुछ तो चीजें repeat हुई है. Odd one out. 319264, 397 and 352. Okay, looks weird. 319264. So first of all, if we look at odd even, 2 are odd, 2 are even, we will try to factorize these numbers. Maybe we will get something. Uh, Unable to figure out. Let's just skip it. We'll come to it later. This is 894. So let's see the number 894, 837. 775, 707, and 632, and the last number. So it is 57, 62, 68, then it is 75. So it is increasing by 5, 6, 7, 8. That will be 83. 83 is 549. So 5.49 will be the, nahi, 83 na. Mm. So maybe 5.48, something close to that we will choose as the answer. Okay, last question I'm attempting, then we will switch on to the quant. Although we have enough time, we can take 2 more minutes and then switch to the quant section. So this one says that, uh, and as I told you that we have slashed the price for our mock during this live attempt. So if you wish to purchase the mocks, you can do so. Codes are names, and all words are names. Some names are symbols. Okay, this is the statement. Conclusion is some words are codes, not necessary. Some some symbols are words. Okay, not necessary. I mean, I drew the diagram wrong way. So symbol can be outside. So none of these follows. A man has a job that requires him to work 5 straight days and rest on the sixth day. If he starts on Monday and eighth time he rest will be on what day of the week? Okay, so he is working on sixth, like every 6 days he is resting. So eight rest will mean 48 days. So 48 days means, like, if he is resting 8 times and on 6 days he is resting, so 6 into 8, 48th day. So day one is Monday, and 47 days later means 2 days less, like, or you can say plus 5 days, or plus 5, that is Saturday. So that day will be Saturday. Pattern will make the dice. Okay, we can do this. There are two x and one. uh, so using the options we will figure out, okay, this is about making the. So first dice, the opposites are 0x is one opposite, right? 0x is another opposite, and dash and dot is one opposite. So we can pick one, one, and one from each. So that should be the answer. Let us see the other options also, or like, I'll mark this question and we will discuss what is wrong in this question later. Okay. Now let's move on to the quant section and then come back to the reasoning section. So I found the reasoning section to be doable one. Okay, we have enough time. We'll try to finish quant in 25 minutes and then we'll have 10 minutes to remain the LCM of numbers 1584, 5940 and 1080. Okay, 1584, 5940, 1080. We'll have to do 1080. So 4 से सभी divide हो जाएंगे. Okay, 4 we will divide by 4. That will give us 300. 39 is 156, 396, and this will be 1500 minus 15, 1485. This will be 270. Okay, now we can divide this by 5. Okay, these go by 5, so we will divide by 5. We will keep this as 396. This will be 300 minus 3, 297. 297, and this will be 54. We can divide these by 9. So this will be 44, and this will be 33, and this is 6. We can divide these by 11. So 11 means 4, 3, and this will remain as 6. We can divide this by 2. So 2, 3, and 3. We can divide these 2 by 3. So we will have 2, 1, 1. So basically we need to multiply this. This is 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 2, 12, 132, 132, and 36, 180. 132 into 180. 8 into the 36. So something ending in 60. So that will be our answer. How many spherical balls of radius 6 centimeter can be cast by melting a metal iron? So this is, we need to find the number of balls. Okay. So number of balls would be, now in the previous question, if your calculations are not good, preferably do not attempt that question. Okay. Because my calculation is good. I have the confidence in me that I can calculate fast. So I attempted it. So here the number of balls is volume of the cube, that is 11 into 144 into 72, and volume of cube is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So pi, so we will take pi up, like 4, we will take 3 up. 4 by 3 pi r cube. Radius is 6, so r cube. 4, this is the volume of a cube. Okay, so that's what we have used here. So 11 into 2 is 22. Then we will have 6, 6, 36. 36 into 4, 6 into 12. And this is 4 and 4 gone. 12 will be 6. 6 into 7 into 3. 42, 126. Only 2, 5 and 10 rupee coins. What will be the minimum number of coins to pay? Exactly 78, 59 and 91 to 3 different persons. Okay. So we have only these choices. We need to give the minimum number of coins. Okay. So first of all, we will try to give 78 rupees. So 78 means 7 into 10, 70 rupees, and 4 into 2. So we will need 7 rupees, 7 notes of 7 coins of 10 rupees and 4, 11 coins we will need. 59 if you have to pay, we will try to pay 50 rupees using 10 rupee notes, right? 50. 9 we cannot pay directly with 2. So we will pay 5, 1 into 5, okay, 55 ho gaya, and then 2 into 2. So we will need 5 plus 1 plus 2, total of 8 coins, and then we have to pay 91. Okay, 91 we cannot make 9 into 10 because 90 फिर 1 कैसे देंगे? So we can only make 80 like this. Okay, 80, then we cannot make plus 10. So we will make 5, 85, right? Plus that will be 6 more rupees. So 8 plus 9 plus 3, that is 12. So we will need 20 plus 11, 31 coins. So that will be the minimum. Remember, we have to pay to 3 different persons. So we will pay using different combinations. Okay. So again, question to skip, lengthy question to read. So ये आपको करना है, जैसे ही कोई लंबा question दिखे, skip that. Next question is saying angle of elevation of a tower which is 60 meter high from two different points is 45 and 60. Now, if you attempt a few questions on heights and distances, you will feel like they look similar to it. Okay, so there is 60-meter high tower, and from two sides it is 45 and 60. So, ये typical diagram होगा. So this is 60 degree and one is 45 degrees. We need to find the distance between the 2 points. Okay. So 45, this is 60. So 45, 45 triangle, this is 60. And this is 60, 30, like 30, 60, 90. The ratio is 1 ratio root 3. So opposite to this is root 3 times. So it will be 60 upon root 3. That is 20 root 3. Now root 3 is 1.73 into 2 will be 34.6. So this part is 34.6 and 60, 94.6. That will be our answer. Okay, log 2 is given to us. We need to find log 2, log 5, 512. Now how to find log 500, 512? So log 5, 512. So first of all, we will like log 2 is given to us, right? So log 5, 512 can be written as log 512 upon log 5. Okay, so log 512 is log 2 raised to the power 9, and log 5 can be written as 1 minus log 2. 1 minus log 2. Log 2 is because we are taking base as 10. Okay. So when we take base as 10, we will convert to base 10. 1 minus log 10 2, because 1 is log 10 10. Log 10 10 is 1. Okay. So this is 1 minus log 10 2. So this power becomes to the left hand side, 9 into log 2 is 0.301. And in the denominator we will have 1 minus 0.301. So let us take it 0.3, that is 2.7, and it is 0.7. So 27 by 7 is 3.87. This would be the answer. Okay, so this mock has the option issue. So question 6, we'll have to check this. Options are of not of the proper font. What is the interest that must be paid for the fourth year if the interest compounded annually at 10%? Okay. Now, this question, of course, a calculation intensive one. We have to find interest for fourth year. So, in compound interest, the rate of interest is like when it is 10% for 3 years, like 1 year, the interest is 10, right? For 2 year, the interest is 22, 20, sorry, 21. 3 year, the interest is 33.1, 1.1 cube, and 4 year the interest is 46.41. Okay, so now we have to find the interest paid for the fourth year. So fourth year, this will be the difference, that is 13.31 is the difference. Okay, when we take the difference, that is 13.31% of 335. So 335 into 1, so 33 carries 1005, 1038, 103 carries 103 carries 1005, 1108, that is 1108, 110 carries 445, 445 885, 445 885. So that will be the answer. Now, there is a caution that only those people who have strong calculation should attempt this kind of a question, which we just did. Okay, there are 264 students in a class. If there are m boys in the class and the number of girls is m% of the number of boys, what is the difference between the number of boys and girls in the class? Now this question, see, it is saying that m boys and number of girls is m% of the number of boys. Now remember, in such questions, m will be like wherever you have to find the percentage of a number, right? So it means divided by 100. So typically it will be a multiple of 100, or like multiple of 10, sorry. So if you take m as 100, what will be the number of students? So boys will be 100 and girls will also be 100. Okay, so total is 200, so we have to check a higher number. So let us take m is equal to 120. So boys are 120 and girls are 144, 120%. Okay, so hidden trial way, difference is 24. None of these is the answer. Okay, so instead of making equation, remember that if you have to find m percent, so what is m percent of m? M percent of m will be m into m by 100. ठीक है, लॉजिक लगाओ कि इक्वेशन नहीं बनानी है, ये सोचो कि m into m by 100 है. नाउ नंबर ऑफ पीपल कैन नॉट बी डेसिमल, राइट? सो m by m 100 कब होगा? सो इफ m इज एंडिंग इन जीरो, सब कोई नंबर अब जीरो पे एंड करेगा, तभी तो आप दो जीरो कट कर पाओगे. So in such cases, the numbers are multiples of 10. So by hit and trial, we tried with 100. It did not work. So we took 110, 120. Maybe we could have done 110 and then 120 and got the result. The average salary of six family of six is 27.5. The youngest person is 5 year old. What was the age of the family 8 years ago? Okay. All right. So let's see this thing. Average age is 27.5 years. So 5 year ago, when the child was born, right? The total the age of the family was 22.5, because every year it reduces by 5 years, right? 1 year. So 5 years ago it was 22.5, but the person, so total age was this, but there were 5% before the birth of that person. So this is 27, right? 8 years ago, so minus 3 kar do, that is 24 years. Find the volume of a prism whose base is a right angle triangle and sides are length this. Okay, so we have base as right angle triangle. Volume निकालना है, area of base into height. Volume is area of base into height. That is volume of prism. So area of base is, there is a right angle triangle. It is given right angled. So 96 and 40 will be the two sides, that is half. 96 into 40 and height is 17. Okay, so this is 48 into 14 into 17. अब इसे कैसे कर सकते हैं? Using the last digit thing. So option B will not be the answer. Now see this, 4 into 7 is 28, right? Last digit is 8. 8 into 8 is 64. So last digit will be 4. So something ending in 40. There is only one option, which is option A. Okay. So these calculation hacks are a must. मतलब अगर ये कैलकुलेशन हैक्स आती है, you can do those fast. Okay. And a merchant marks the price of an article 58% over its cost price. He gives successive discounts of 10 and 20%. He sold for 568.80. What was the cost price? So he gives two successive discounts. Now see, I will agree that this is a calculation intensive question, right? Now let us try to understand that how can we do such questions, like what mistakes people generally commit in such questions. ठीक है, अब इसमें क्या करते हैं, people try to find the values, right? So don't do that. So 158% of cost price का 90% का 80%. Okay, so that is equal to 568.8, 5688, right? So we need to find 100%. Cost price is 100%, right? 100% क्या होगा? So 5688 by 158, and 9 into 8 is 72. So we will just use this, ignore decimals and zeros. Now if you see this, 5, or we can do it is selling price is 568, right? uh, can we do some approximation in this? Probably not. Let's see the division. This is 16 plus 11, 27. So it will be divisible by 72. 72 into 8 is 7 into 7 is 504, and 7 9. Okay, so it comes as 7 9, and 7 9 by 158 is 2. So 1 by 2. Basically, it will be 500 rupees. Point 0.5 we are getting, because we ignore decimals and zeros. The answer would be 500 in this case. Two numbers are picked from first 100 natural numbers. They are twice the square of integers. Okay, twice the square of integers. We need to find that what are those numbers that are twice the squares of integers. So what are the favorable numbers? We need to see those. So twice of integers, square of integers will mean 2, 8, then 3 square 18. So basically we will have till 98. 7 square is 49. Okay, 49 into 2 is 98. So we have up to, we have 7 numbers. Okay, so 1 square into 2, 2 square into 2, 3 square into 2, 2 into 3 square, and so on till 7 square. So we have 7 numbers. So 7C2 upon 100C2. So 7 into 6 by 2, and 100 into 99 by 2. So that will be 6, will be uh, like it will go, 6 will go, numerator is 7, which is 1650. That is the only option. Droppers drop. So something is given that first is 25% discount, 10 plus 20% discount, which it says that which of the discount is the greatest. So greatest discount is, I think, first is 25% discount. So that is 25. 10 plus 20 is 28%. Buy 3 get 1 free is again 25% discount, because you are selling 4 for 300. So 25% discount. And fourth is 15 plus 15. 15 plus 15% discount will be 15 plus 15 minus 225 by 100. So 30 minus 2.25, that is 27.75%. So ideally highest would be that 28% one, which is on the t-shirts. So that will be t-shirts. Spherical ball is colored with two colors, blue and orange. The ratio of area covered by blue and orange is 2:3. Ratio of area for blue and orange colors on the upper half is 1:2. Find the ratio of area covered by blue and orange on the lower half. Okay. So we have to find the ratio of area of blue and orange on the lower half. So whole is 2:3. So we will say that total there are five parts. Okay, ratio of blue and orange on the upper half is, so total we are getting five parts. Okay, upper half, अब इसे कैसे करते हैं रेशियो से इफेक्टिव लेके, upper half we are getting 1:2, right? So we are getting three parts. Okay, so what we will do, since we are getting 5 and 3, right, we will say that 15 is upper half and lower half is also 15 to make calculations simple. So upper half and lower half 15. ठीक है, ये 15 है, 15 है, and blue and orange is given as 2:3. So blue will be 12 and orange will be 18. Okay, now it says that in blue and orange in the upper half is 1:2. So blue is 5 here, orange is 10, right, to 1:2. So in the lower half blue should be, total is 12, that is blue would be 7 and orange will be 8, right? So total orange becomes 18 and blue becomes 15. So 7:8 will be the answer. ABC can complete 15, 30, 40. They started the work together. A and B left 2 days and 4 days before the completion of the work. How many days were the work completed? Okay, so doable one. So let's do this. Okay, so once we have 10 minutes left, we'll go back to the reasoning part. Okay, so 15, 30, 40. The LCM is 120. Okay, work is equal to 120. So A is doing 8 units in a day, B is doing 4 units in a day, and C is doing 3 units in a day, right? A and B 2 and 4 days before the completion of work. A 2 days before, B 4 days before, not 4 days total, right? 4 days before. Suppose it takes n days. Okay, so A works for n minus 2 days, okay, and B will work for n minus 4 days and C will work for n days. Okay, so their efficiency is 8, 4 and 3. So 8n minus 16, 4n minus 16 and 3n, the total is 120 units. So we get 12 plus 15, 15n minus 32 is 120. So 15n is equal to 120 plus 32, 152. So 152 by 15, that is 10, 2 by 15 days. Okay, so that will be the answer. The next sum of two prime numbers is 19. What will be their LCM? Now this is an easy question. See, easy question in the sense that you should not be thinking of different prime numbers. Okay. Now the thing is, like when you have two numbers and their sum is odd. So if you add two odd numbers, their number will be even. Okay. If you add two even numbers, the sum will be even. If you add one odd and one even number, the sum will be odd. The sum is given as odd. So one should be odd, one should be even. So even prime number is 2, odd prime number should be 17. Their LCM will be 34. So it was an easy picking as compared to some of the questions. There are four positive integers a, b, y, z. If a% of y is greater than b% of z, where a is greater than, when okay, so it should be whether a is greater than b. So we need to tell that a is greater than b. Okay, so let's see this question. It says that a% of y, ay is greater than vz. Okay, we need to tell that a should, whether a is greater than b. So if y is greater than z, we cannot tell that a is greater than b because it may be because of y the product is more. Z is greater than y. If z is greater than y, then definitely we can tell that a is greater than b. Okay, now if you understand it logically, great. Let me explain to you in brief. Okay, since we have some time, so I'll explain it to you. So z is greater than y. Okay, so if you take z is greater than y and you bring it this side, a is greater than b upon z upon y. So z is greater than y. This will be something greater than b, greater than 1. So let us say a is greater than 1.1b. So just taking 1.1 as an example. Okay, so then like a is greater than 1.1b. So definitely like a should be greater than b because 1.1 b से बड़ा है तो b से तो बड़ा ही होगा. So we can answer using this statement alone. Okay, so it says that let's see how many questions are there from this DI set. Two questions. So we'll attempt both. The number of students in section B and C are in the ratio 1 ratio 2. Uh, we need to tell the number of students failing in section B. So we have 2.5 minutes. I can comfortably finish these questions and quant, and then we will switch on to the reasoning section. So ideally, one should not be drawing a table, but for my convenience, I'm drawing it because like I do not want to scroll here and there again and again. So in the examination, you'll have rough sheet. So 80% pass. This is male percent, pass percent, and female fail percent. Okay, percent student passes 80, 90. Okay, so we need to find that A, B, C, D, these are the four sections. Looks to be a bit male pass. So this pass percent and female percent will give us the ratio of male and female. Okay. So pass percent, fail percent of what is this percentage of males? Okay, so let's see the question. So it says the number of students in sections B and C are in the ratio 1 ratio 2. So B, if we take 100 students, and C, if we take 200 students, so there will be male and female. So male will be 60 and female will be 40, and here it will be 100 and 100. Right now it says that like it says the number of students failing in section B is what percentage of the number students in failing in section C. Although we are not getting integer values, but yes, we will just look at the numbers and do it. So pass percentage in male is 90%. So 6 will fail here, and fail percent of female is 8.33%, which is 1 by 12. So 40 by 12, okay, or we can say 3.33. Okay, so just taking integers, although it has to be integer value, this is just an assumption. Okay, here we have 25% will fail, so 20 will fail, 25 will fail, and 20% will fail, that is 20 will fail. So 9.33 by 45. Okay, so multiply by 3 will give us 28 and 135. Getting around 20%. So let's mark 20 and move on. What is the ratio of male and female students that failed in section A? So male and female student that failed in section A. So we will just take the number to be 100. Okay. So A we have 100 students. So 55 are male, 45 are female. Uh, Student passed is. Acha, I made some calculation mistake in the previous question because it is student passed is of total. Okay, so previous वाले को correct कर लेते हैं. So 90% are passed. So that means 10 are failed. Okay, so we made a mistake in that. Student failing का पूछा है ना, so we will calculate only the overall one. ठीक है, so 90% are passed, 10% fail, so यहाँ 10 fail होंगे और इसमें 25 fail होंगे. So 10 by 25, 40% will be the answer because it is not just for male, it is about of overall. Okay, इसमें देखते हैं male and female student that failed in section A. Male and female student. So remember that it is for overall students. Okay, so let's see the next one. It says ratio of male and female students that failed in section A. So section A has 100 students, and out of which 55 are male. Male count does not, female count is 45, and percentage of female students failed is 16.67. 16, that is 7.5 will fail, and 20 students are passing, 20 students are failing, so 12.5 boys. So 5 ratio 3. Male and female, 5 ratio 3. So male and female failed as 5 ratio 3. Last question. Okay, so we took a bit of time here. Log down n is always between O's. Okay, n is between O's. So n is between O's. That means there will be cases where n is not between O's. We will have to remove that. So skip it for now. We'll see the reasoning question because some questions are left in the reasoning part also. Okay, so we had left some of the questions. This one was the one, so we'll skip it. This was a puzzle. Okay, so it said that there are four boxes: large, medium, small, and tiny. Large, medium, small, and tiny, and they are of different colors. Size. This is the color. Okay, and material they are made of, and what is the item in that. Okay, so while we are running this live session, our mock price has been slashed and it is available for 800. So you can make the best use of that deal. Okay, so we still have somewhere around 6 minutes to go. So you can check it out during that time. Okay, so it says white box was not made of. So white box not made of the medium silver box. So medium box is of silver, and not rust or red color, did not have buttons. Okay, rust red nahi hai. Brass box had some odd stuff and it was not white or red. uh, Wooden box had small, the wooden box was small, so wooden box is small, and tiny box stored needles in it, so tiny box had needles in it. Okay, then white box was not made of silver or wood, it was not medium or large. So white box is not medium or large, so these are not white, so it could be, it was not made of wood also. Okay, so it is not white, so this is white in color. Okay, then the brass box had some odd stuff and it was not white or red. Okay, brass box had odd stuff. So this is brass box and it has some odd stuff in it, and not white or red. So we are left with fourth category. So that is plastic. So this will be plastic. And then we have colors also. The wooden box was small and the tiny box stored needles in it. So wooden box was small. This we have done. Medium silver box that was not rust or red. Did not have buttons. So this does not have buttons. This will have buttons. And the last one is will have some item, that is earrings. And this one says that the medium box was not rust or red. So these are rust or red, and this will be the fourth color, that is black. Okay. All right. So let's see the questions. What was the color of the box that stored earrings? Earrings is black color. And then the next question is size of the rust colored box. Rust का कैसे निकलेगा? It has to be large or small. Brass box were not white or red. Okay, so brass box is not red, so this will be rust. This is red. Okay, rust color box is large. So this is done. I think this was a question from NMAT official mock also. This thing we were unable to get the logic. Okay, so we'll just skip it. I'll mark something. Maybe this was 20 into 8, and this was 18 into 5. So I'm going with some number in between, that is 6. Just my 6. So 12 into 11 plus 1. So some questions I mark as fluke also. ये odd one out figure out नहीं हो रहा है. 319, and I'll mark some number 397. Looks to be a prime number to me. 319 is prime, not prime. So 397 probably could be 9 because 319 is divisible by 11. So 397 I'll mark. 23rd question was Omega company something something, 24 and 25. Okay, so we have a series over here. So I'll definitely attempt this series based question. So we have 1, 1, 8, 34, 97. Okay. and we need to find the next term, that is difference is 0, difference is 7, difference is 27, 26, difference is 63, which is 1 less a cube. Okay, 1 cube minus 1, this is 2 cube minus 1. So the next difference is going to be, this is 4 cube minus 1, next difference should be 124, which is 5 cube minus 1, so it will be 221. So a good decision to attempt this question. And the last question, from his house, Lokesh went 15 kilometers. This is a better one. I think one of the questions that we missed was on direction sense or so. Yeah, this is, I mean, on similar lines with that previous one, which we did the other day. थोड़ा सा chat tough हो सकता है. 15 kilometer to the north, then he turned west and covered 10 kilometers. So 15 and then 10, and he turned south and covered 5 kilometer, and finally turning to east, he covered 10 kilometer. Okay, so east में गया, is wind direction from his house. So this is his house. He is to the north of his house. Okay, ये भी हो गया. Okay, so we'll come back to this question itself. I mean, we'll see that if we are able to manage some questions. Mm, Analytical reasoning. Fourth question we missed, odd one out, not attempting. 22, I was telling that, acha, we have done it because we were getting three different pairs. 23rd, let us see. So Omega Corporation claims that it no longer has enough work for 30 data entry workers, that is laying off. These workers have heard, however, the company is buying 50 new computers. So the workers concluded that the company's real reason for laying them off was to fill the jobs with lower paid workers. Okay, so that is their assumption because they are firing people and still they are buying computers. Okay, which of the following will undermine the workers' conclusion? So undermine the conclusion means weaken the argument. Okay, so it says orders for almost all of Omega Corporation products have increased over the past year. Okay, Omega Corporation's computer data entry workers are more experienced, so irrelevant. Know how to enter data on a number on different computer systems. New computers will avoid. So maybe they are replacing these by computers. So that is could be the reason. Okay, so about to finish. Let's see this section कुछ इसमें बनता है fourth वाला was a very long one. Okay, so this is worth skipping. All right, so got a score of 48.25. A decent score though, right? Like 40 in this mock, I mean, it was on the difficult slide, slightly on the difficult side. I would say that like a score of uh, quant score was less, 15.5. Maybe I made a couple of mistakes. So if I talk about this mock, the ideal score would be uh, like if you get in this mock like 40 plus. Okay, 48 was on the higher side. If you get 40 plus, that is for that 98 plus percentile. Okay, like comparing with the actual examination. Okay, so like 98 plus percentile would be the case. And yes, the offer is still live. So till the moment I'm explaining this thing, so you have the chance to grab that the deal on the mock test. So the link is pinned in the chat, so you can take those mock tests. Okay, so 40 plus would be 98 plus. So SIBM, like if you're targeting, if you've got 40 plus in this mock, okay, so that means that you are at par with that SIBM level. And 37 or 38 would be somewhere around 37, 38, as per my understanding, would be that for the other colleges like SIBM and SCM and HRD, अगर आप target कर रहे हो, so you need a score of around 40 plus in this test. Now in the examination, the level may vary. ठीक है, last year the paper was easy, but last to last year the paper was a bit like 2022 the paper was a bit difficult. Okay, so don't go with that any notion कि इतना target करना है. ठीक है, don't go with the score versus percentile. That is the biggest mistake people do. Like I keep shouting to people, last year लोग पिछले साल का देख के गए, किसी ने random video बना दिया, इतने score पे इतनी percentile आ जाती है, they targeted that score. Okay, so just try to maximize your performance in the examination. Okay, so in a while I'll give you a last minute tip video also. So just to tell them how to go about attempting the test, and that is it about this test. And thanks everyone for watching it. All the best for Snap. So tomorrow we will have the exam analysis of this test. Okay, so do watch it at 3 p.m. and follow us on Instagram where we'll be doing the live analysis. Okay, so that's it for this session. Thanks for everyone for watching it, and all the best for tomorrow.